Don't you think bottle makeovers are fun? I do. This little bottle I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and I want to start with kind of like an acrylic pour. This is Liquitex Professional Acrylic Ink in Iridescent Copper. Now you're going to find out I had a few problems with this, but they were happy accidents in the end. So I just began by squirting some inside the bottle and continuing to rotate it. It took forever to dry, and I had to keep adding and adding and adding, and it just, in the end, it never did cover all the way. So I did a few other things to it toward the end that we'll talk about that ended up being happy accidents. The next product I am using, I have used for a few years now. It has a big long name, but I basically just shorten it to self-adhesive lead strips. I need to change the color of them, however, because they are bright gold. So I start with cleaning them with alcohol, and then I'm going to paint them with black acrylic paint. I think I may have done 2 coats, but need to let this dry very, very well before moving on to the next product. While waiting on my little strips to completely dry for several hours, I went on to making a casting for the mold that I want to use on the front of the bottle. I really, really, really love Hardy Soft Clay. It is just such a wonderful clay if you want to use an air dry clay. It has elasticity to it, which actually, even after dry, maintains that elasticity. So, using the Hardy Soft Clay that I get from Amazon, I am filling my mold there, and then I will be checking it out on the front of the bottle and using that heart design to get my shape for the decoupage paper that I'm going to be using. The decoupage paper is actually an image download from Etsy that I size in my Cricut and in whatever shape I need, and then I print it on rice paper that I get from Amazon that is for a laser printer. My next step was to address which casting I wanted to use for the back of the bottle. And I had these 3 sweet round molds. They came in a pack of 3 from Amazon. And I couldn't really decide, so I thought, okay, well, just put clay in all 3 and then hold them up on the bottle and decide which one you like the best. So that's what I am doing here. The paint on my lead strips is dry, so now it is time for me to mix the next product that is going to go on top of them. It's going to look like metal, So the products I'm using here is a shellac. I believe I bought it just at Home Depot. I'm putting a little in a container, and then I am adding graphite powder, purchased from Amazon, until I get a thick mixture that I then can apply with a brush, both pouncing and brushing it down. When applying this, you want to have a little bit of texture because you're going to be sanding it down, and that's going to smooth it and give it that shine of metal or an iron finish. Normally when doing this finish, I start with a very fine sandpaper and then move to the green spongy tool that I'm using here, but this is so delicate I skipped the sandpaper part and I'm just using the green spongy to knock down, smooth out anything sticking up, flatten it a little bit, and sand the edges of it. And this green spongy thing is what really shines up the graphite so that you can really see it does look like metal. While waiting on the touch-up on my decoupage paper to thoroughly dry, I wanted to address the topper. Well, I had ordered this little thing from Amazon. I wanted one of those toppers that is an old-fashioned topper that's a pump, like on top of a perfume bottle. Now this is going to be for decorative purposes only, but still I thought that would be really cute as the topper. A cork came in the top of the bottle, so I measured, and the skinniest side of the cork fit, or looked like it would fit, exactly inside that little cap. So I trimmed it up. I was going to get my husband to drill a hole in the cork, but he wasn't home, so while I was waiting on that, I rolled out a piece of clay and used this little decorative roller that I got. It was a set of 2 different kind of decorative rollers from Hobby Lobby. I think pretty cool. I rolled that out, measured it, and fit it around the top of the bottleneck.
I used to look upon myself as rational and strong, and love was just a word in silly songs. But from that cursed day when you crossed my way, all my confidence was gone. I'm bewitched, bewildered, and utterly alone. And something's telling me it always will be you until the end of my days. And in my dreams I see how I finally find a way to show you how I long for your touch, knowing I'd be asking for much to get to have you in my arms, in my life, if only for a while. But something's telling me I am but a fool, 'cause that beautiful face will not ever be smiling at me, and you won't say all those little words I am longing to hear, those whispers at night, 'cause I fear some things are just never meant to be. Your love is not for me. You'll never know I'd die for your touch. I know too well I'm asking too much to get to have you in my arms, in my life, if only for one night. There's no need telling me I am but a fool, 'cause your beautiful face will not ever be smiling for me, and you won't say all those little words I am longing to hear, those whispers at night. But it's clear some things are just never meant to be. My fate is dreams of you and sheer fantasy, knowing it is plain to see your love is not for me.
Now we're getting to the point of the happy accident. You know, the rule is you cannot put a water-based product over an oil-based product, but you can put an oil-based over a water-based. So, using this product, the Looking Glass by Krylon, I decided that where there were still some little holes peeking through little areas where the copper ink had not completely stuck, that I would just spray the inside of it with the Looking Glass. So I took it outside and I did that, and it must have been one of my klutz days because I tilted a little too far and got it all over my hand. Luckily, I did not get it on the outside of the bottle. This interior should have been done before any of the design on the outside of the bottle, but you know, hey, it happens. So at that point, I used my blow dryer to blow dry, turned it upside down to drain. Still wasn't totally happy because what happened was where the ink wasn't totally dry, the Looking Glass oil base was starting to kind of eat through it. It created interesting patterns, but anyway, I ended up with like more holes than I had originally. So then I went to some alcohol inks, some browns, Tim Holtz, I believe it was latte and ginger that I used, and dried that and turned it upside down to dry further, and that did work and gave some cool finishes on the inside of the bottle. Now to wrap up this project.
The gentle April rain that stained the window panes last night is all but gone, but lingers on in scented clouds of air. We watch the town awaken to the trembling morning lights. You're so near and spring is everywhere. We danced until the stars came out and spread across the sky. The wee small hours of morning all went by and day is here. We won't give up our dancing, and across the floor we fly. When you are near, spring is in the air. I hold you so close, I think you must hear my heart tingle. We're hand in hand, cheek to cheek, and floating in midair. When you are near, spring is everywhere. So close, I think you must feel my heart tremble. We're hand in hand, cheek to cheek, we're floating in midair. When you are near, spring is everywhere. We dance until the sun is down and stars are in your eyes. and love is in the air.